Wir haben nun allerdings eine Aufrüstung vollzogen, wie die Welt sie noch nicht gesehen hat.
Instead, now we have armed to such an extent as the world has never before seen.
Ich habe erst Waffenlosigkeit angeboten, solange es irgendwie ging. Nachdem man das ablehnte, habe ich allerdings dann keinen halben Entschluss mehr gefasst. Hier bin ich Nationalsozialist und alter deutscher Frontsoldat. Wenn Sie... Ich habe nun in diesen 5 Jahren tatsächlich gerüstet. Ich habe die Milliarden dafür verwendet, das muss das deutsche Volk jetzt wissen.
I have spent billions in the last 5 years, and the German people now must know what the purpose of that was.
Ich habe meinen Freunden Göring den Befehl gegeben, schaffen Sie mir jetzt eine Luftwaffe. Die Deutschland schützt vor jedem Ding vor den Angriff.
I told my friend Goering, create an air force which will protect Germany against any force and any attack in the world.
Wir haben uns die beste Luftabwehr geschaffen und die beste Tankabwehr, die es in der Welt gibt. Es ist
have the best tanks and the best anti-aircraft in the world.
in diesen 5 Jahren nun gearbeitet worden, Tag und Nacht. Auf einem einzigen Gebiet ist es mir
During
gelungen,
these 5 years, we worked day and night.
herbeizuführen. Ich werde darauf noch zu sprechen kommen. Ich habe in diesen Jahren wirklich eine praktische Friedenspolitik betrieben. Ich bin an alle die scheinbar unmöglichen Probleme herangegangen, mit dem festen Willen, wenn irgend anging, sie friedlich zu lösen, selbst auf die Gefahr mehr oder weniger schwerer deutscher Verzichte hin. Ich bin selbst Frontsoldat und weiß, wie schwer der Krieg ist. Ich wollte dem deutschen Volk das ersparen.
Nevertheless,
Ich habe daher
I've made every effort to carry on the peace policies of my former years. I myself am a front soldier and I know what war is.
I was born on April 20th, 1889 in Braunau am Inn, Austria. I had a rough childhood and my father was very strict. Alois, my father, worked as a customs officer on the border crossing. At 6 years old, I started school and excelled in my academics. My younger brother unexpectedly passed away at the age of 6, and I took it very hard. I became violent and started to become a troublemaker. I got in many fights at schools and started to get a bad record and reputation. This reputation followed me through my teen years, and I ended up leaving school before I graduated, and I aspired to be an artist. At the age of 13, my father Alois passed away. Paula, my mother, was forced to raise me and my siblings all by herself, and I was forced to mature very quickly, and I was also forced to become the man of the house. At around 16, I became very interested in politics. I didn't take any classes about politics or any formalized studying about it, but I seemed to have a natural understanding of government. My life took another harsh blow when my mother Clara died of cancer when I was 19. I had nowhere to live and no family members around the area, and no one was able to take me in, so I moved to Vienna in 1909. I went there with nothing but the clothes on my back. I was boneless and eating in soup kitchens. Vienna wasn't offering anything to me, so I then moved to Munich in 1913. I became involved in politics, and my life took a very interesting turn. When World War I broke out, I volunteered to fight for the German army. I joined the 16th Bavarian Reserve Infantry Regiment. I became a decorated war hero, receiving the Iron Cross in December of 1914, and gained respect from the German army. I moved up through the ranks, and after my role as Führer of the Reich and the eventual loss of World War II, I took my own life on April 30th, 1945 in Berlin, Germany.
My name is Joseph Stalin. I was born in Gori, Georgia on December 21st, 1879. I was my mother's fourth child in 4 years. My 3 siblings all passed away because of bad health, so my mother feared that this would happen to me as well. Because of this, my mother was very protective of me when I was younger. I had a knack for politics and became very interested in them during my teen years. I worked very hard and made my way up through the government positions. I finally became elected as dictator of the Soviet Union in 1929. I had a new vision planned out for the Soviet Union, and everything was going according to plan. And then Adolf Hitler came into the picture. Hitler betrayed me when he went against our Stalin-Hitler Pact, which was a non-aggression pact, agreeing to not attack each other. Of course, Hitler went back on his word and ruined my plans for the great Soviet Union. He took advantage of our fear of having a spy in my own government by planting rumors and leading me to believe my own executive military advisors were trying to overthrow me. I ended up executing many of my own men. I always had the feeling that Germany would turn against my wonderful Soviet Union and believed allying with Germany would be the best possible solution. In the end, I died from a major stroke on March 1st, 1953. I am regarded as being one of the most vicious politicians of all time and am criticized for killing so many people. All I can say is that I made all of the necessary sacrifices for the good of the Soviet Union.
My name is Anne Frank. I was born in 1929 in Frankfurt am Main in Germany. In 1933, the anti-Jewish National Socialist Party, led by Hitler, comes to power. My Jewish parents, Edith and Otto Frank, perceive that there is no future in Germany for themselves and their children. We fled to the Netherlands in 1933 when I was only 4 years old. Until I was 11, I grew up without a care in relatively safer Holland. In 1940, the Netherlands was occupied by Germany, and the protection that Holland provides comes to an end. My life is increasingly restricted by the anti-Jewish decrees. Beginning in 1942, the first Jews received call-up notices to report for the so-called work camp Westerbork. Refusal can result in being sent to a prison camp. The majority of Jews obey the call-up to report for the work camps. Fleeing the Netherlands is almost impossible because neighboring countries are also occupied. To avoid deportation, Jews must arrange a hiding place with non-Jews. Such hiding in the annex of the building that houses Daddy's business. Mommy and Daddy tried protecting me from the danger that threatens me for as long as possible. Only a few days before going into hiding, my father tells me that they are not going to a camp but are going to hide from the Germans. On July 6, 1942, my family goes into hiding. Even though I saw hiding as an exciting adventure in the beginning, soon enough the hiding place becomes too small for my restless character. For more than 2 years, I describe my daily life in hiding in my diary. On August 4, 1944, the secret annex is raided by the Gestapo. My friends and family were soon arrested. What follows are long journeys to concentration camps in Holland, Poland, and Germany. The 8 residents of the secret annex are transported to Auschwitz on the last train leaving the transit camp Westerbork. After a month at Auschwitz, my sister and I receive typhus and die within a short time of each other in March 1945. Only a few weeks before the liberation, of all those in hiding, my father was the only one to survive the concentration camps.